It's Sunday, let's meal prep. In today's video, I'm going to do a bulk style meal prep where I like to prep on big staples like tofu and sweet potatoes and broccoli, things that are going to be my staples throughout the week. This is very helpful to make sure that you stay on track, especially if you are in a fat loss phase, and just in general to have these things prepared in your fridge. I've already got rice prepared, I have my yogurt, I have my bagels. So today I'm going to be prepping tofu, I'm going to be prepping sweet potatoes, butternut squash, broccoli, and some fruit. I just got over having a horrible stomach bug for the last couple days, and my stomach is still a little so fruit just sounds really good to me right now, and things like sweet potatoes. So I'm going to definitely be doing that today. And if you do happen to get sick and you're kind of thrown off track, I mean, the last couple days I hardly ate anything. You know, it was popsicles, and it was water, and it was ginger ale, a little bit of soup. And that's okay. You need to listen to your body. So if you're down for the count, just do what you need to get healthy and start feeling better. And even though today I do feel a lot better, I'm not going to go crazy on food. I'm going to take it easy and just listen to my body. And I had a very light breakfast and my stomach was talking to me. And so I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to listen to my body, and I'm sure tomorrow I will feel great and it'll all be behind me. So normally I say to start prepping the things that are going to take the longest, but I only have one oven. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my tofu first, get that cooked, because that's only going to take like 15 minutes. And while that's cooking, I'm going to chop up my sweet potatoes and my butternut squash and my broccoli and my fruit, and then I can throw the sweet potatoes and the butternut squash into the oven and let those go. And while those are cooking, that's when you can do other things around the house that you need to do. Maybe you need to do laundry, or maybe you need to do the dishes, or maybe you just want to sit down and watch your soaps. Whatever you want to do, it's all okay. All right, let's get started with the tofu. So I found a new flavor of this soy-free tofu by Big Mountain. This is the Korean barbecue. It doesn't look spicy. I looked at the ingredients. They do have a sriracha flavor, which, whew, I could not handle that one. And this is 48 grams of protein per pack. And that's for a third of the package. So that's 93 grams. So this package is for 3 servings. All right, I'm going to get these out of the package and let's cut these up and get them in the air fryer. So what I love about this is it's already seasoned. I don't even have to do anything. So let's see how I want to cube these up. I think I'm going to make big chunks. And I love it's so firm, it's perfect. All right, let's get these on a baking sheet. And then these will go into my oven on the air fryer setting at 425 for about 15 minutes. These look really good. Turn that one over. All right, I'm going to pop these in the oven, and then we'll cut up the rest of our food. All right, so I've got some of my purple sweet potatoes. These are the Murasakis that I get at Trader Joe's. Whole Foods has these, Sprouts has these, sometimes Vaughn's Safeway has them. And to be honest, I kind of forgot I had them. They were in the back room, so I need to use these up. So I'm just going to cube them up and then just roast them. And if you want to use the orange sweet potatoes, that's great. I just prefer these. They're not as mushy and they're sweet. So I'm just going to quarter them, cut them in slices and quarter them. And then I can eat these through the week. I'm just going to continue chopping these up, and then I'm going to move on to my butternut squash, and then I'll show you how I season them all up. Now I just spritzed them with a little bit of water with my little spray bottle just because they got a little dried out. And then I'm just going to season them up. And I'm going to use garlic salt. If you have a problem with salt, then you can just use garlic powder. Onion powder. And of course, smoked paprika, because I put it on everything. I don't care. But you can season these however you like. You know, dealer's choice. And then just kind of mix them around. And if you think you need a little bit more on the other side, then you do that. All right, I'm going to throw these on a baking dish and then we'll get to the butternut squash. And you want them to be in a single layer so they all crisp up nicely. What I like to do with my butternut squash is I poke a few holes and then I put it in the microwave for 2.5 to 3 minutes depending on the size. And it makes it a little bit easier to slice up. And it really does. You're still gonna have to use some muscle, but it's way easier than just raw. And this is an organic butternut squash, and I just love the color. All right, I'm gonna scoop out the seeds and then we'll cube it up. Well, I'm gonna peel it as well and cube it up, and then I'll show you how I season these. You're never gonna guess. After all the seeds are removed, then you're gonna wanna just peel it. And that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm going to peel all these, and then when I'm done with that, I'll cube it up and I'll show you how I season it, okay? So I'll be back when these are all peeled. All right, all cubed up. And I like to season these up with a little garlic salt. Onion powder again. Now here's where I go off the rails. Nutmeg. I really like the taste of nutmeg on the butternut squash. And then again, just toss it around. If you think it needs more seasoning, you do what you want to do. The flavor of this butternut squash is so good, you don't need a lot. All right, now these go on the baking dish. And I like using butternut squash and sweet potatoes because it is really low calorie density. So it'll fill up your plate without a lot of calories, and that way you can eat large volumes of food and feel satisfied that you're eating a big meal and not get too many calories. I'm going to pop these in the oven. I've got it at 375 on my convection roast setting. You could do convection, that would work as well. And then I'm just going to do these for 45 minutes. We'll see. We'll check them at about 30. And now we're going to just simply steam our broccoli. I've got my little steamer here. Goes in the microwave for about 7 minutes. So we're just going to chop these up and put them in my steamer, and that'll be done in no time. Okay, now it's time to cut up our cantaloupe here, and it's really important that you wash the outside of your cantaloupe. I wash mine with soap and water to prevent bacteria from getting inside to the fruit. This nice rough exterior, this netting, is a great hiding place for bacteria like Listeria, E. coli, and Salmonella. So you want to make sure you wash your outside of your fruit very well. That's a beauty. All right, I'm going to scoop out the seeds and then I'm going to cube it up. Sometimes I cube it up, and I said I was going to cube it up, but a lot of times I just like to make it into little slices. and that's what I'm going to do today, because like I told you, I was sick yesterday and right now I'm running out of energy. So it's going to be easier for me just to make these in nice little slices so I can grab one and refresh. So I can grab one and just make it simple. So I'm just going to finish slicing this up, and then what's going to happen is I'll show you it all when it's finished. Okay, would you look at this spread? The cantaloupe, the broccoli, I got my tofu, my butternut squash, my sweet potatoes. This is going to help me out this week so much. All right, so here we have it. Super easy, and it just takes a little time. And you know, if you have time to scroll on your phone, you have time to do a little food prep here. But I am dying to taste this tofu. That's really good flavor. Okay, I'm excited. Let's wrap it up. All right, so let's recap what we learned today. That prepping does not take that much time, and it's really important to have low calorie density foods, nutrient dense foods, so we can fill our plate with these low calorie foods, so we can have a nice full plate with not a lot of calories. You want to have a good protein source, a primary protein source, which would be tofu, tempeh, seitan if you could eat it, if you have no problem with wheat. And then of course you want some green veggies and some fruit. Having these things in your fridge will go a long way with helping you be consistent and stay on track. Now I'm still working towards my goal of 40,000 subscribers by my 70th birthday in October. So I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. I'm going to have a couple of giveaways when we reach that goal. 2 people will win a giveaway that I'm going to be put together. It's going to be some of my favorite vegan products, snacks, and then a couple surprises in there too. So 2 of you will be eligible to win those drawings, and it should be a lot of fun. So anyway, if you would subscribe, it would mean the world to me to help me towards my goal. And it's also my 10-year anniversary for my channel in October as well. So kind of a double thing there. And I hope I can go for another 10 years. Please check out the description box for discount codes, links to my cookbook, links to other things down there that you might be interested in. And if you like this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've made it this far in the video, please comment below with food prep, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. Oh, and I do have a couple more of these t-shirts left. The link is below in the description box. I'm still working on trying to find someone that can do my t-shirts at a reasonable price. They've just been outrageous prices that I'm not willing to pay or make you pay for it. So I'm still working on that. I'm also working on my website as we speak, so that should be up very soon. It's been a long time coming, but finally going to get that done and out to you guys. And remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you.